Hello friends, we present to you the biggest, the grandest, the most awaited update that we've been working on for a whole year, and its name is New Power. This update brings a new hangar, much prettier with more detail and featuring different locations for each type of vehicle. All your active machines will be exhibited around the hangar with a real crew of mechanics servicing them. An updated interface, new gamepad controls, and a battle pass that will give you an opportunity to get the legendary T-10A, a new modification of the last heavy Soviet tank in production. That's it for today. As always, you can find the full changelog on our... What? That's just the first page? How many pages do we have here? Make yourselves comfortable. We've got lots to see. For instance, have a look at this, a new engine. Oh yeah, the next generation graphics engine, Dagger 6.0 with a new sky modeling system, Das Sky 2.0, brings realistic clouds, volumetric fog, new effects for shots, hits, explosions, smoke, and rocket launchers. Aircraft wings bend under heavy loads now. Vehicles shake on uneven surfaces. There's wing flutter, as well as an impressive damage model and 3D hull breaches. The neural network based on DLSS technology will give the graphics amazing sharpness and FPS. Dogfights have never looked this epic before. Since we started with aviation, let's check out the new vehicles, and they come aplenty. Hold on to something. Several countries will get the long-awaited vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. First of all, it's the legendary British Harriers, the GR.1 and the GR.3, as well as their closest American relatives, the AV-8A and the AV-8C combat aircraft. Their impressive suspended armament will strike fear into enemy tankers, and thrust vectoring nozzles will add maneuverability in dogfights. Now, the Soviet tech tree receives its own contestants, the Yak-38 and the Yak-38M carrier-based strike aircraft. They, too, have an amazing choice of suspended armament. Just take a look at this beauty, the Kha-23M. Air-to-surface missile, first of its class in the Soviet military. Now, with all these modern jets joining the ranks, they surely need something suitable to land and take off from. So, meet the new aircraft carriers. The American Forrestal, the British Ark Royal, and the Soviet Baku. Another long-awaited new aircraft, albeit less exotic, is the Soviet MiG-21 Bizjet fighter. It has additional air-to-air missiles and a new engine with an afterburner, giving it improved dynamics and an incredible climb rate, all the while keeping the previous model's level of maneuverability. For fans of Swedish aviation, we have the Saab SK.60B combat-capable training jet. This light multi-purpose machine can easily take up a whole bunch of suspended armament. And of course, the Saab can fight off some airborne enemies too, with the help of two 30mm cannons found in its gun pods. And what's that? You say it's the Japanese T-2 fighter? Wrong! This is the Mitsubishi F1, the combat modification of the T-2. Lighter, more maneuverable, and with two more missiles. You can recognize it by its single-seat cockpit and a special fairing on the rudder fin that houses a radar homing and warning system. And since we're covering aviation, it would be unfair if there wasn't a new map for air battles. The new city map has amazing detail and a complex, picturesque landscape for dogfights amongst skyscrapers. Enough with the air. Let's check out the sea. You might already know that we have revamped the whole naval tech tree. All your vessels are now divided into two tabs. The first tab shows all smaller vessels, such as boats and frigates. The second tab shows all the big boys, the destroyers, the cruisers, as well as battleships. That's a whole new level for naval battles. You'll be able to start playing with the reserve destroyer, and 5 naval nations in War Thunder will get a unique battleship. Please welcome HMS Dreadnought, the British battleship that gave its name to the whole class of these heavy, fearsome ships. German Westphalen has a total of 40 guns, including the 12 283mm main caliber ones. American North Dakota has fewer guns than its German counterpart, but its main caliber is 305mm. Giant Japanese Setsu combines the advantages of both previous ships having 12 305mm guns. It would have been the heaviest in its class, but there's also a ship created even before the Russian Empire became the USSR, Imperatrice Maria. It has 12 305mm guns too, as well as a ludicrous size and displacement. And finally, ground battles. The first thing you'll notice is the new sky. The lights are now much more realistic. Fire, smoke, and explosions light up everything around them. Isn't it pretty? If a round pierces a target, it leaves a nasty burning hole. Otherwise, it can get stuck in the armor forever. By the way, destroyed tanks won't disappear off the map anymore, and you'll be able to use them as cover and even tow them around if you need. If you want to add some light to night battles, you'll now be able to use star shells. And for those who detest enemy helis, we now have a new SAM, capable of grounding anything that flies within a 10-kilometer radius. Anyway, that's not the most important part of the Ground Forces update. Please welcome the T-90 Modification A can boast a new welded turret that significantly increases its protection level. Other nice bonuses include a second-generation thermal sight and a 1,000 horsepower diesel engine. It can also now use a new APF-SDS round with increased penetration rates, as well as a new HETF round with a remote detonation system called INET. The T-90A is also the first tank in the Soviet tech tree to have the Shtora electro-optical active protection system. It can detect enemy lasers and disrupt the aiming of certain guided missiles flying at it head-on. Another 2 new top MBTs are the German Leopard 2A6 and its Swedish counterpart, the STRV-122B. They're both exceptionally good, with the German boasting a new 120mm gun, the Rheinmetall L/55, which is almost 1.5 meters longer than the L/44 installed on the previous modification of this tank. Each time we mention top-wheeled machines, we usually bring up Italy. There's a change here too. We welcome the American Striker MGS, an armored fighting vehicle. Its 8x8 wheelbase gives it exceptional off-road performance, and an even road enables it to reach speeds above 100 km an hour. Its main caliber is a 105mm gun with great APF-SDS rounds. Finally, after all these nice additions, you might wonder what kind of beefy PC you'll need to run the new War Thunder? Actually, nothing too expensive. We've spent a great deal of effort on optimization so that the new graphics are still available to most players. You'll see it for yourself soon enough. As usual, the update will become available on all platforms at the same time, including the brand new next-gen consoles. And of course, the full changelog is available on our official website. We're especially eager to hear your feedback this time. So please subscribe to our channel and tell us everything you think. Hit that like button and stay tuned. See you soon.